welcome to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan. I got my boy Nate in with me today. What's going on, Birdie?
What up, Q? How you feeling, dog?
Living good, man. Living good. It's good to have you on the episd. Finally, I
Finally,
know we've been talking about
finally.
it.
Yeah, I gotta keep you honest on here, man. You be saying anything.
Hey, before we get into football, because the title of this episode is Playoff Hopes, I do want to talk about the Bulls for a quick little minute. So Zach LaVine has been injured. I think it's his foot or knee, one of those.
Yeah.
But the Bulls have been hooping without him.
Hooping.
Kobe White
Yes.
is.
I'm
he's
glad we
been
didn't
going
give up
crazy.
on him. I'm glad we didn't give up on Kobe. I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to get kind of impatient with him, just being real. Him and Pat. But Pat
Yeah.
looks good. The ball is moving. Did you see the proposed trade that we offered Levine for Garland?
No.
I would take Garland, bro. I would take Garland. I think him and Kobe would have to get used to playing together. But Cleveland turned it down. They didn't want that.
I was about to say, so what? Garland would be the two.
That's
I think I would rather have Kobe at the two.
exactly.
He's such a shooter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But and it's like, but the ball, someone got to handle the ball. So
Right.
I thought that was an interesting trade. But we'll see what we could get for Zach. I'm done with Zach, bro. Let's get a haul for him.
Yeah, I think this is just like this stretch that they've been on is just proving that we don't really need Zach.
No, exactly.
We don't.
Exactly. We should have been known that though.
Like even yesterday when they played against Miami, Kobe had I think 24 or 26. Vooch had 24. Ayo off the bench had 24.
Finally.
Like, it was hooping.
Remember the game Ayo? I think it was earlier this week. He had 0.0 rebounds, 0 assists. Like he was just out there doing cardio.
Putting up PJ Tucker numbers.
Yeah, literally just cardio, bro. Just working out. But no, I got a little hope for the Bulls. I say that. I think
I do too.
Move Zach for a nice player or two and a bunch of picks. We could get back up. You know what I mean?
So if you were AK, what trade would you make?
Now, see, I'm not one of the Bulls fans that hate Vooch. I think he could use some help down there. Zach, do you think we could? They probably wouldn't move Paolo.
Oh man!
If we could get our hands on Paolo,
that would be crazy,
bro. Like if it's like, look, we'll give Zach and a pick. Y'all get a pick too. I'll give you a pick back. But if we
I would make that trade. So Paolo and who else coming from the Magic?
I mean, you could throw in, because at that point you got to balance the caps, and
Right.
So whatever it takes to make the deal work with the money wise. But I love that boy Paolo, man.
He a dog. I was thinking it's like I feel like they would try to make a trade with the Knicks, and I don't. It's like I don't like that type of trade, but obviously you got to kind of give it some type of life.
Yeah.
I would like Julius Randle. Out of anybody on that team, Julius Randle, just like you said, to give Vooch some extra help.
Yep.
I think he would be the best fit out of the potential players. I know they're not gonna get rid of Brunson, especially after paying him all of that money. RJ Barrett.
I was about to say
him.
I'd say give me the two lefties, I guess, but like give me RJ and Julius.
I mean, if they gave both for Zach. Cool.
Yeah, give me both in a pick. Because Zach is a franchise. The Knicks are a good team. This is what makes y'all. This is probably what puts y'all over that Cleveland hump. Zach will help to an extent. Give me RJ, give me Randall, give me a pick, and then there you go, Tibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I need more than just Randall. I definitely need
facts. Yeah.
But I give you that.
Your boy Kawhi and the Clippers finally getting it together too.
You see, I've been quiet, dog, because as soon as I start talking about Kawhi, he get hurt, bro. So I'm not saying nothing about Kawhi, bro.
Hey, I feel it.
My boy is doing what he's supposed to do. I say it that way.
Yeah. I think Russ taking on that role to come off the bench is definitely big for the Clippers. I feel like they're starting to actually figure things out. Like James Harden is starting to actually mesh well with them after coming in. So
and Tyronn Lue is a good coach. I knew. It's once you add a piece like James Harden in, you got to kind of refigure the whole offense. But a good coach is going to figure it out. That's how I feel.
So we're what 20, 25 games into the season. What team has surprised you the most?
Let me look at the standings. Honestly, Minnesota. I'm not even gonna say surprised because Ant is a dog, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
Ant is like once Kawhi is out the league, bro, you're gonna see me slowly shift into more of an Ant bandwagon, bro. Because I love his attitude. Them even beating the Mavs yesterday. I mean, I give it to the Timberwolves, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I feel like him playing in the FIBA World Cup this year
Yep.
really advanced his game. Like he was already very talented, but I just think that took it to another level because it's
Yeah.
like different types of competitive spirit that he had to deal with. It's like, all right, this is how I was, playing for the country. This is how I'm gonna be in the NBA.
Yeah. And he know he a dog. He know he a dog. So I mean,
He
like,
said something recently talking about if MJ was in the league right now, he couldn't guard him. I like the confidence.
I like it, right? Yeah, okay. I mean,
You talking about Mike?
no weed. Okay.
Talking about Mike right
Yeah, no, that's still a defensive player of the year. Okay, but yeah, no, I respect the confidence. I think that, like you said, the FIBA allowed that confidence to grow because just being around your peers, and I'm sure he in practice, like, no, I'm him in here. Like, y'all gotta throw me the ball types. So he next up. He next up.
Now, if I was to talk about a player that has been surprising, Scoot Henderson. It was so much hype around him coming out of the draft. Like, yeah, if Wemby wasn't here, he'll be the number 1 overall pick. And he ain't really did anything since he's been in the league.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that we got unrealistic expectations for some of these players, bro. It's a different game, and like, I mean, for Scoot specifically, he's not coming from college, right? He did the G League.
Yeah, he went to the G League and was over there. So he's only like what 18, 19. So he's still young.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that I mean, we got a Tony Parker's where I mean, some players just really adjust quick. And then, I mean, coaching plays a factor. No disrespect to Chauncey, but like, you got to give him a little bit of time. And I mean, Wemby is cold, but like he's not affecting winning.
He's gradually taking steps and making progress. He has been
it ain't translating to wins.
Yeah, it's not. It's like how LeBron's first game, everybody was like, "Oh, like you like that." People were saying this is the biggest hype around the player since LeBron, and we ain't really seeing that type of effect as of recently. So, just got to give him time. Got to give him time. But moving on to the NFL, before we talk about both of our teams, I know that I had to cut that game off yesterday because it was just unbearable.
Bro, fantasy playoff implications. I had to stay tapped in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I had anybody on either team. Wait, actually, no, I got Gerald Everett.
Okay, I mean, did he give you the one? No, he ain't that. No.
I haven't even looked. I ain't even gonna lie, because I felt like once they hit 42-0, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be one of them games where they probably just sit they starters and
In another league, I caught my opponent lacking. He had Josh Jacobs get hurt, so I picked up Zamir White before he could grab him. So he picked up Abdullah, and I was trying to make sure Abdullah wasn't getting no garbage time. So end up we looking good.
Who has Jacoby Myers in our league? Is that Project?
That's a good question. I'll check it out. We keep talking about the game. I'll look.
But yeah, so obviously the game was a blowout. It was 63-21, I believe, was the final score. A lot of turnovers on the Chargers end. I think the first 2 or 3 drives they had fumbles, which is terrible. Ultimately, that performance led to the long overdue firing of Coach Staley. Will he end up with another head coaching job anytime soon?
No, he may because he's a defensive guy. I think he may get a DC somewhere. I mean, if Nate Hackett could get a job after what he did in Denver last year, Staley could probably get a DC somewhere if he wants to coach. I mean, if I was him, I'd take a year off. That brother needs some rest.
Yeah,
he should have been fired. Honestly, I mean, I'm not one to call for anybody's job, but I mean, he just hadn't been getting it done with that roster.
My thing is this: I think they should have pulled the plug after last year in the playoffs. After giving that 21-0 lead up and losing that game, he should have been gone. Shouldn't have left in Jacksonville.
They hired Kellen Moore from Dallas, thinking that he'd be the savior, and he's not even the interim head coach.
Mm-mm.
Like, I think they're gonna clean house.
They should. But what I will say is, on the bright side, the other team in that game, the Raiders, Antonio Pierce is really making a good case for why he should be head coach for the Raiders. And I like that look for them, though.
You know, I'm not trying to get my hopes up because the Raiders had this before where they had a good interim coach and let him go. And same with the Panthers. It was a bruh down there that was the interim coach. Wilkes.
Steven Wilkes.
Yeah, he was the interim coach. The team was playing well under him, and then they get rid of him. So it's like, you know, the owners want their guys. I'm rooting for Antonio Pierce, but like honestly, they probably gonna spend some money and get another coach. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'm rooting for that black man, but just being realistic.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it works because I mean, the very first game that he was interim head coach, it's like he really has that locker room.
Yeah, he got him on fire. They playing for him. You know what I mean? So and he was that kind of player. So I'm glad that he's gotten his opportunity for sure. I hope he gets. I hope, like you said, I hope he gets to keep it.
Now, just to kind of recap this past week in football, we can start with my team. The Bears did what they were supposed to do. They won the game against the Lions. They should have won that game, the first game against the Lions, but
right, they got it right.
Yeah, they got their redemption game in. I was really pleased with Justin Fields' performance. I think he just had an overall good game. He threw the ball well. He made some really difficult throws. A lot of people tried to talk about his presence in the pocket and just getting it there.
So when you say threw it well, are you pleased with a 223-yard performance? Is that what you want from him?
No, I mean, obviously you want more, but I feel that he did exactly what needed to be done to kind of collaborate with that defensive performance that we had.
He won the game. He won the game.
And he made arguably the biggest play of the game. I think that was a momentum shifter when he was able to get that offsides and threw a dot for a touchdown. That was a momentum change.
Big play. You're absolutely right. So is DJ Moore hurt? I saw he missed practice yesterday and was limited today.
So what's today? Today is Friday. Thursday he was limited. Wednesday he sat out.
Okay,
he's questionable for the game. I think that's just protocol.
But
I think he'll be fine.
The game on Sunday? I thought he finished.
Yeah, he finished the game.
Okay,
it's just I think when it was one of the plays, he got tackled and somebody landed on top of his ankle. So it kind of rolled a little bit.
I missed it, but I've got him on the team in the league, and I'm like, oh, he missed practice. What happened?
Yeah. They said so. Him right now, and Jaquan Brisker are questionable for Sunday's game, but I think they'll both be good to go. But yeah, I just to kind of dial it back, you know, I think that the first game back for Justin Fields against the Lions. He made a case of, all right, you know, all of this talk about draft QB with the number 1 overall pick. If that's the route that y'all going to go, I'm going to make it hard. Same thing with the Vikings. Obviously, you know, it wasn't very offensive game, but he made the plays that counted towards the end. He had 2 fumbles. You know, he needs to clean up on his turnovers, but he did make a very, very important throw, excuse me, towards the end of the game. And so because of that, it's just like, I've already had the confidence in Justin Fields. I've been a Justin Fields believer since we drafted him, and I'm going to continue to be that. I feel that, you know, hypothetically, if the Bears were to move off of Justin Fields, I'm rooting for him wherever he goes.
Absolutely. Yeah, same. My wife went to Ohio State. So I've been rooting for Justin before the Bears. Same. I'll be rooting after. But, like, question, and this is going to, like, kind of test your fandom a little bit. Do you want to win these games? Or do you want that draft pick to be better?
See, it's like
for real, dog. Like, I'm serious. Like, you don't have a chance. I'm not gonna say you don't have a chance in the playoffs, but like realistically, the playoffs will be tough for y'all. Do you want to lose these games?
No. And this is why. This is why. This is why. Just hear me out. This is why. So, because I'm such a fan of Justin, I feel that in order for him to really make a case to remain the QB for the Bears, he has to win out. So, with me not really being, super high on Drake May or super high on Caleb Williams, I prefer to have Justin Fields there.
You're
You said
wrong.
what?
You're wrong, by the way. I give you Drake May because I don't think he played anybody, but like Caleb is good, bro.
Oh, I know he's good. I'm not taking anything away from him. The thing is this, obviously you don't really know until you know.
Yeah.
Like Caleb was a hell of a player in college. So is Justin. Justin has been decent, for lack of a better word, in the NFL. Some of that is on him, some of that is on the situation that he was brought into.
Absolutely.
So if I'm thinking like this, if we move on from Justin and bring Caleb in, how much different is that going to be his first year?
Well, I mean, you'll have a different coach next year. Clearly, Kansas City isn't the same without Bieniemy. I hope that the Bears can get Bieniemy. I think that would change life for whoever the quarterback is.
And that's another thing. Yeah. So well, I wouldn't even say the reason. The thing that is kind of like interesting is the fact that Eberflus is pretty much making a case to remain head coach the way this defense has been playing. Now, the defense is top 5 right now.
But like the defense isn't the only aspect of a football team, bro. Like
you're absolutely right.
No, he should not be the head coach still, bro.
And this is what I said. I think I mentioned this back in the chat like a couple of weeks ago. I would demote him to DC, move on from Getsy, and bring in somebody as a head coach.
That should be your head coach's decision.
In terms of what for
like if I come in as a head coach, I want to pick my DC. I want to pick
absolutely. But I don't even think that the coaching staff is going to have that choice. It's going to be up, from my understanding, it's going to be up to Kevin Warren, not even Ryan Poles. It's going to be up to Kevin Warren. Yes.
This is where the Bears be going wrong, bro. Like the football people need to make football decisions. The money people and the business people in the organization need to make business decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, respectfully, I don't want to get you pulled off of YouTube, but that's why that old white lady need to die. Y'all need new life in the Bears organization, bro. And I don't wish
no pun intended.
But like, no, literally, like I think that like just when they show her on camera, it's just like she just be up there old and stale. And it's like
not really knowing what's going on anymore.
It's just the Bears, the old, stale, and half the time don't know. I will say though, the defense has been a bright part of y'all for real this year.
So
I wish our defense was playing.
Hypothetically, let's say the Bears went out, right? And all of the chips fall in our favor, where we sneak into the playoffs.
Okay.
And we play the Lions first round.
Okay.
I know it's a lot of ifs, but just bear with me here with the hypotheticals.
I just want to look at your schedule. You're talking about winning out.
So we got the Browns Sunday.
Browns.
That's probably the most difficult game we have left on our schedule.
I don't know, man. Jordan Love just beat Pat Mahomes, bro. He beat him.
And then just lost to Tommy DeVito.
hey, I like DeVito. Yeah, baby, it's
Tommy Cutlets.
Tommy Cutlets. I don't think that the Falcons is just an easy game. I don't think so, bro. I think that if that offense is going, y'all defense is hooping, but that's just not. I mean, they run the ball.
I will say we did just lose somebody though. Yannick
Ngakoue. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's what, right end, left or right end, one of the DNs.
I think that's right.
Yeah. So, that doesn't help. So it's winning out. It'd be nice if you could win out. You won your last 2, 3 of your last 4. But you don't want to win these games, bro. Even if you keep Justin Fields, you want a high draft pick so you could get either the best D lineman, probably best D lineman, and Marvin Harrison.
So this is what I saw. And I'm not gonna lie. I like the trade, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. I saw somebody on Twitter propose a trade for the first overall pick to the Raiders for Max Crosby.
That's stupid. Y'all just why don't y'all learn from y'all mistakes, bro? You did the same thing with Khalil Mack, bro. What did that get you? what did Thanos say? Where did that lead you? Right back to me.
But you know, a lot of people are saying that a lot of people were saying at the peak of it that the Montez Sweat trade was stupid.
I didn't think that. I think y'all overpaid, especially once we saw what Chase Young went for. But I didn't think the Sweat trade was stupid. I personally think that how old is Crosby?
Like 26.
Max Crosby age. Yeah, 26.
Yeah.
That's a violent position. I don't want to say shelf life because then we sound like we're talking about slaves. But but yeah, I mean like 28, he probably gonna start slowing down. He plays very hard. I don't know if I'm giving up 101 like that.
So I think that even if we win out, I think we'll still end up with like a top 10 pick as our pick.
Yeah.
I'm okay with me personally. I'm taking Marvin Harrison Jr. number 1 overall. Because the only other team that I'm afraid of that could possibly get him is the Cardinals. So depending on where they land and who's trying to trade up for that number 1 overall pick, if it's knocking me out of that Marvin Harrison Jr. range.
But the Cardinals, are they? No,
they like third in draft order.
Yeah. And so that is going to be a big game for y'all. I mean, because if y'all beat that's why I said this. What I'm telling you, bro. You want to lose. Y'all play the Cardinals in 2 weeks. You want to beat them so they could pick Marvin Harrison Jr. first.
I mean, that number 1 overall pick coming from Carolina is pretty much sold up.
I give you that. The Patriots tried, but I think that them winning that game a couple weeks ago.
They smoked them. They smoked them.
Yeah, they smoked it. Yeah. I give you that, bro. It's hard to pick it hasn't been a wide receiver pick number 1 overall in the last 30 years, bro. And again, as Ohio State fans, I love Marvin Harrison Jr., but I think that's a waste of resources to draft a wide receiver 1 overall. I think you trade number 1 overall and try to fall down to 3 or 4 and hope he falls. But like Keyshawn Johnson wasn't even that big of a difference maker. Like I wouldn't take Jamar Chase number 1 overall in that draft. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're better football players than Marvin Harrison Jr. But I'm sick of talking about the Bears.
Last thing before we get to your team. So if we don't go after a defensive player in the free agency, I think that, like I said, if we still end up with a top 10 overall pick, I'm okay with us going with either Jared Verse if he's still available, Dallas Turner from Alabama if he's still available, Latu from UCLA if he's still available, or my sleeper, I think, who's going to be really, really good, Chop Robinson from Penn State.
And see, the thing about it is, bro, and I read this about how Pittsburgh started to change in their talent development. Is like in the days where they were getting Hines Wards and, you know what I mean, just how well they draft, Plaxico Burress even, you know what I mean, like how well they were drafting best available versus drafting for need. So, like, that's one thing I got to even get my mind out of, like, because me personally last year, I'm glad we got Jalen Carter. Thank you, Bears fans. But, like, I would have preferred an O-lineman just because I know Lane Johnson is getting old. So I got to stop thinking about drafting for need versus literally just get the best player available. So I wish y'all well, man. Y'all gave us Jalen Carter. Y'all gave us Alshon Jeffrey. That helped us win the Super Bowl. This is my Eagles segue. If y'all fans, I'm an Eagles fan. Standing on business. Been an Eagles fan since '99. I win or loss. I done seen way worse seasons than what we have right now. We still in the playoffs, and your team is not. FYI. Let's talk now. What's up, dog?
So I know you probably got a lot of, trash talk about this past week against the Cowboys. I think you call them Cowgirls kind of, came back around and spent the block on you.
Yeah, right. No, they did. They put pause on us, man. The offense, and I've been saying this all year, bro. The offense doesn't look good. You know, I'm rooting for that black man, but he probably was a quarterback's coach for a reason. Just let him talk to the quarterbacks. We need a real offensive coordinator. We couldn't score an offensive touchdown, bro. Like the offenses look bad all year, but like the running game has saved us, you know. But we just look weird, bro.
Yeah, no, that pickup of DeAndre Swift was very solid. This has definitely been helping y'all out.
Yeah, imagine where we'd be without him because we got rid of Miles Sanders probably at the right time. If you
Y'all still have Rashad Penny and Gainwell, right?
Yeah, it's crazy though. We Gainwell, he gets in the mix every once in a while, but Rashad Penny, bro, he don't even be active half the time. Bro, yeah, no, he don't.
Is he like what, a healthy scratch?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like they not even because you only could typically want to have 3 active backs on game day, and ours I think we've got Gainwell, Swift, and Boston Scott. So yeah, Penny falls out of that.
My boy Bobby said, "Chill out on my Bears." Hey, tell him again, bro. We bear down over here. You see what's behind me.
26 minutes in, and we talked 22 minutes about the Bears, dog. Look, I'm sorry, bro. I respect your team. That the defense look good, bro. I'm mad at Bobby because he bumped me out of the playoffs in one of our fantasy leagues. I'm definitely not chill on your squad, bro.
So that loss knocked you guys out of first place. 49ers moved into first place in the playoffs. I think you guys moved down to what, 5th?
Technically, because right now we're in a tie for the division with the Cowboys, but the Cowboys have more NFC wins than us. But if we win out, which we've got the easiest schedule in the league for the rest of the year because we had a 5-game gauntlet that nobody wants to acknowledge. But so now we have the easiest schedule for the rest of the year. If the Cowboys lose 1 game and we win out, the division is ours.
So who's left on y'all schedule and who's left on the Cowboys schedule?
So I know the Cowboys have Buffalo on Sunday. Let me see. After Buffalo, the Cowboys have, thank you, shout out to Bleacher Report. Let me see, the Dolphins. After the Dolphins, they get the Lions and then the Commanders. So I say that I could see the Cowboys going 2 for 2 in that, I mean, lose to the Bills and or the Dolphins. The Bills fighting for their life. The Eagles schedule, we've got the Seahawks Monday night. We've got the Giants, the Cardinals, and the Giants again.
Yeah, I think we need y'all to beat the Seahawks.
So, I think we all need us to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, so if y'all lose that game,
bro, yeah, right. If we lose that game, I already think we have a problem. But like we've got a real problem if we lose this game.
So how is I know you said the defense hasn't really been like the same. Are you guys still like dealing with a lot of injuries?
No, I mean honestly, yes and no. I mean Fletcher Cox has been in and out the last couple games. I agree with you, Bobby. I think we could win out, bro. But for the Seahawks game, this is really gonna show who we are. You know what I mean? This is a look in the mirror kind of game. The defense, honestly, the offense is putting the defense in bad positions because of turnovers, because of, drives stalling out, not getting it on 4th down. Whatever the case may be, Jalen not using his legs as much. Whatever the case is, we giving teams the ball in plus territory. Teams are having short fields. While teams are getting touchdowns, we're getting field goals. So the offense isn't finishing drives. So now, like, the defense got to just see run. Like, all right, they just going to play keep away. Now it's time of possession. So I say the offense is putting the defense in some bad positions. Our secondary, I see why they didn't want to re-sign Slay because we didn't want to re-sign Slay. I hate that we re-signed Bradbury. But we need.
So they both were like 30 something.
Yeah, I want to say Bradbury may be 28, 29, but Slay is definitely on the other side of 30. The highlight of the Cowboys game for me was Sidney Brown. Was he Washington? I forget where we got him.
Nah, he went to U of I like his
U
brother.
of I, yep, U of I. You're right.
Chase Brown was on the Bengals, and Sidney who's on the Eagles.
You're right.
I really wanted Sidney Brown because he it's fun. It's ironic his last name is Brown, but he reminds me a lot of Mike Brown, who used to play for the Bears, like just his physicality.
Yeah, he's flying around the place on Sunday. He jumped off the screen on Sunday, so I like what I see there. Hopefully, we get him in some more nickel package.
And wasn't he like a 3rd or 4th round pick for y'all?
So I want to say 3. But other than that, bro, it's been frustrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome to the club.
No, I'm not in that club now. Don't welcome me to that club. We sealed our playoff hopes 3 weeks ago. We were the first team to get in the playoff.
So, from my understanding, because last update I saw, it looked like the only team in the NFC that clinched the playoff spot is the 49ers. I mean, that could be wrong.
Not the same record. We were the first team. When we got to 10 wins, mathematically, we clinched the playoff spot, bro. We mathematically, whether it's in the wild card or it's winning the division, like the positions can change, but like we're already in the playoffs, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
not the same club.
So we're not even gonna do that today. So moving forward, as we're talking about the playoffs, do you think you guys still have a legitimate chance of going back to the Super Bowl this year?
I'll say because I need to look at the 49ers remaining schedule, just to see how they plan out. I honestly, if we can get that number 1 seed, I feel much better. The 49ers hit us in the mouth, man. And I think traveling out to San Fran for the rematch, even just like the physical exhaustion of traveling and like the mental exhaustion of like what just happened. And like, I don't like our chances if we're playing in San Fran. I think that if we're in Philly in January, I think that we have a chance, but I feel much better if we had a number 1 seed. I say that. The 49ers have Baltimore this week. That's going to be the game of the week.
Shout out my boy LJ.
Yeah. Because Lamar could
that might be the
Super Bowl for real.
I was about to say that might be the Super Bowl preview.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan, but like I know football, bro. So like, if it's not the Eagles, it's not the Eagles. But these are the best 2 teams in the NFL to me, the 49ers and the
right now the 2 best defenses, to be honest.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought you was gonna say the Bears was the best defense, but
I said we top 5. The stats said,
bro. Stats said for what, the last 2 weeks?
No, since we got Montez Sweat. So what is that?
I mean,
last 4-5 weeks.
Month or so. Yeah, okay. That's what's up. I mean, I'm not.
That laugh was crazy. You said top 5.
You said top 5. I'm talking about over the whole season.
Oh no, whole season.
Defense, bro.
I wasn't getting that. I'll give him top. I'll give him top 10.
12. Top 10 to 12.
Yeah.
I mean, just how y'all finish the season is gonna be huge. But the Bears are definitely the Bears have shown us something for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hope both of our teams are in the playoffs, so we have something to.
You do not
talk
want
about.
your team in the playoffs, bro.
I do.
Bobby, please tell, if you still on the stream, Bobby, please tell him, bro. Y'all want
Bobby, do you want the Bears to win out or do you want them to lose?
Bro,
you already got the number 1 pick sold up.
You do not want okay, but it's much better to have number 1 and number 7, number 6 versus number 1 and 14, bro. You don't want the 14th overall.
I'm telling you, even if we win out, I still think we're gonna have a top 10 pick.
Bro, how? Mathematically, how, bro? If you're in the top,
the AFC. Well, no, I don't know,
bro. It's mathematically.
I mean, well, because the AFC is much more competitive right now than the NFC.
That's facts. You don't want to win out, bro. I don't think Bobby's on the stream no more, but I don't think you want to win out. Put a poll out on your Instagram. Do you to the Bears fans? Do y'all want them to win out and make the playoffs and get smacked in the first round, or do you want to maybe win one of the next 4 and end up with a top 10, secure the top 10 pick?
See, the thing is, it's like I'm stuck in between. Like the fan in me really wants us to win out. The fan in Justin Fields really wants us to win out. The fan in the Bears, it's like I need Getty gone. So if we win out, he's gonna stay.
That's true too, bro. Come on, bro.
But it's like this is what also bothers me. And I hate talking about the Bears so much.
We on minute 35, and we talked about the Bears for 30 of them.
Bro, it's like just like how some people are quick to write off Justin Fields, but others aren't because they've seen blemishes of what he can do if placed in the right situation. Same thing kind of goes for Getty. He has showed he can be a really good play caller in blemishes, and then he has games where he calls 25 screens.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think y'all need Bieniemy, man. I think
I would love that.
With or without Justin Fields, y'all need Bieniemy. I think Justin has earned himself. You can't pay him too much. And again, I'm rooting for the black man to get paid, but like
right now, I think we just give him a 1-year extension onto his rookie contract if we do keep him, and then allow this next season to let us know, hey, if we do, like I said, if we do end up keeping him, let us see, like, all right, now that you got all of these pieces around you, you got the coaching staff, you have literally no excuses. What you got?
That and that's fair. I give you that. I give you that. You don't want to pay him too much without knowing. But then you're also gonna be very salty if you pass on Caleb Williams and he's the next Mahomes, like we think he is.
I think a part of me is okay with passing him up if we do. Again, and just hear me out.
Just like you okay with passing on Mahomes?
I mean, I wasn't okay with that. Yeah, I was about to say I was not okay with that because I didn't even know who Mitchell Trubisky was until the draft. Like, you passed up a Heisman winner. You passed up somebody who just won a national championship, and then you passed up Patrick Mahomes for somebody who played 3 games in college.
It wasn't a lot of games, bro. It wasn't
like, come on. But hey, we got that GM up out of here.
Yep.
So
hopefully, Poe can make the right call.
If we hypothetically pass up on Caleb, keep Justin, and it turns out not to be the best decision, you know who coming in that next draft?
Shedeur, bro. All right, bro. All right, we can wrap up the Bears. We gonna wrap it up. My watch is hungry.
Before we get up out of here, let's talk about our picks for this upcoming week.
All right, let's get it.
Let me pull up the schedule real quick. We got, let's see. We already had the Chargers versus the Raiders. Saturday, we got some games Saturday. We got the Vikings versus the Bengals. I like the Bengals in that game. Okay. Jake Browning, even though he's the backup QB, he's been holding his weight.
He's been playing.
I think that them winning does a lot for their playoff hopes, which I'm pretty sure they want to have, even with Joe Burrow being out. And I'm not really sold on Nick Mullins for the Vikings.
No, I've got Bengals.
And that team, their defense, even though they've been playing well, their defense can't save them.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I'm with you there on Bengals.
Then we got the Steelers with Mitchell Trubisky versus the Colts with Gardner Minshew. For the sake of my bet with JB, I need the Steelers to win.
You're so sick, bro. You are sick. You are sick. Get money, bro. You about to be mathematically eliminated soon, bro. Like it's close. You got a two game. But yeah, now the Colts. I mean, I almost want the Colts, bro. The Steelers are kind of spiraling, losing the last two of their last two games. I want to say.
It's just Mike Tomlin, bro. Like he hasn't had a losing season since he's been here.
He hasn't. I give you that, but
It's just I don't know what he does as a coach.
You right.
But they flip a switch when they need to flip a switch.
They do. That's close. That's close. I mean, it's a 1.5, so it's kind of a pick 'em on the spread right up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's literally it could go either way. That's how close.
Who's at home? Are they in? Oh yeah, they're in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Colts. Give me Colts. Ruta JB and R. Dot
for the shoe. Then we got the Broncos versus the Lions. Ooh. The Lions are at home. They are a -4.5 favorite on the spread.
I'm taking the Broncos, bro.
I am too. Yeah. And not just because the Lions are in our division, I need them to lose. It's just more so the Broncos have really hit a stride.
They have.
And it's like I think they're a game out from being their divisional leader.
Yep, because the Chiefs been tweaking. So yeah, they right there.
Yeah, they lost their last two to the Packers and then to the Bills. So yeah, it's kind of in the hands of the Broncos if they win. So even though they're on the road, the Saturday night game, the Lions have low-key been spiraling.
They have. They have been spiraling. Last week, Jared Goff turned the ball over a lot. I know because I got him in the league.
And that game, the week before against who was it? The Saints. They were up 21-0 and almost threw that game away.
Yeah. So I agree. It's something's not right with the Lions. That's a part of why I'm saying between the Broncos really hitting their stride and the Lions kind of, I'm taking the Broncos in that one.
Yeah, I like that pick as well. Then we move on to Sunday. We got the Bears versus the Browns. The Browns are a -3 favorite on the spread. You already know who I'm rocking with, bro. The fact is, not only is the Bears like my team and I'm a root for them, it's just the fact that I'm looking at the Browns roster right now. They have Joe Flacco as their QB. They are down both of their tackles.
Flacco. Well, no, he wasn't.
You said what?
Was he in his Super Bowl? No, it was Ray Lewis, right?
Yeah, it was Ray Lewis. Both of their tackles are out for the season. Well, one of them is out for the season. One is out for this game.
Yeah, he's out for the game,
yeah. Their defense is somewhat depleted. And a lot of people questionable. You can pull up the injury update.
I give you that. What I'm looking at is it's gonna be some rain and some wind.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Justin throwing the ball in the elements?
I mean, I think he can do it. I think that if the game plan is focused around getting the ball out quick, which he has been doing since he's came back from his thumb injury, and he cuts down, like I said, I think his biggest issue right now is turnovers. If he can cut down on turnovers, he's a solid QB.
But I feel like in the elements is when the probability for turnover.
Yeah, it increases. It definitely increases. I think that
the ball.
I think the X factor for this game is going to be the offensive line going against Myles Garrett in that front four.
Myles Garrett is going to eat. Respect. Yeah. But yeah, I give you I see your points. I think with it being a home game in Cleveland really needs this one for their playoff run in the AFC. You got to keep winning games. I'm going Cleveland, bro. I'm sorry. I'm going Cleveland.
I respect that.
Got the orange, Messi Barca on, but like, I don't know. I think I gotta take the Browns to the Super Bowl, dog. Not to the Super Bowl, literally, but like,
because this is basically our Super Bowl. Because this is like a
win
and we continue fighting, and we lose and we out.
Game, bro, lose out, bro. Just take the pick. And I know we obviously not making these.
We're not the coaches.
You want to lose out, bro. You do not want to keep winning these games. All right, but next up,
we got the Jets versus the Dolphins. Dolphins are at home -9.5 favorite on the spread. I like the Dolphins. I think. What'd you say?
Tyreek Hill playing? You think?
That's a good question. I mean, he came back after halftime, so
no, he didn't.
yeah, he did.
He came back and played, or did he?
He finished with like 61 or 62 yards receiving.
Okay, I gotta look at that because I was seeing some fantasy football jokes like if you needed 4 points from Tyreek Hill to make the playoffs.
Yeah, he came back. He came back.
Did he miss any practice this week?
I don't know. I haven't been following the Dolphins.
I didn't think he came back into that game. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Let me see. Injury news.
Yeah, he missed. He didn't practice Friday, so he didn't practice today. He didn't practice at all this week.
Mm-hmm.
So
he might be out.
Yeah, and if that secondary can double team Jalen Waddle, you know, I think the Dolphins are going to have to figure it out on the ground.
Yeah. Who is that other receiver that they have who, you know, makes plays every now and then?
Berrios.
Nah.
Berrios.
Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson.
He's going to have to step up.
And he's nice. He's nice. He has his moments for sure. I'm taking the Dolphins.
Yeah, I was about to say, even though the Jets defense is still good, they've been the ones pretty much keeping the Jets in games. Zach Wilson is supposed to be starting again. I don't know how that's going to look. So, yeah, I'm rocking with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Tennessee versus the Texans is the next game. I rock with CJ Stroud, but him losing Tank Dell was very.
I think CJ's out this week.
Oh.
I think he's still in concussion protocol. I believe CJ and Nico Collins are out.
Well.
Yeah, no, he's doubtful.
That changes a lot.
Doubtful, and I want to say Nico Collins is not playing. So, in that case.
Yeah, it says CJ Stroud doubtful while in concussion protocol. David Mills is projected to start.
Yeah.
And Tennessee is a favorite -3.5. I might just have to rock with Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans. Then you got the Packers.
If CJ plays, I think
if CJ plays, it's different. It's a different game.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Then you got the Bucks versus the Packers. Packers are at home -3.5 favorite. I see that one. I think is like a toss up because it's like the secondary of the Bucks is terrible.
Yeah, but Baker has kind of been playing a little decent, at least. Yeah,
he has.
So I just don't think Baker could go up to Lambeau and do that. I'm taking the Packers, bro. I'm taking the Packers, bro. I know. Again, don't let your Bears bias creep in.
I know. It's just like,
and you want the Packers to lose.
Is Jair Alexander playing?
That's a good question. Let's see.
Because if he's not playing, I'm rocking with the Bucks because I don't think anybody else on that team in that secondary can stop Mike Evans.
I agree with you there. He's questionable. He's practiced this week. He was a limited participant in practice. I think he'll play. If he didn't play last week, then yeah, he practiced all week this week. He'll probably play. Whether he could still handle Mike Evans is the real question.
Yeah, I was about to say first game off of injury, you matched up with Mike Evans. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. No, I mean, I think it could be a shootout, but I think
it'll definitely come down to the last possession, like their last game against the Giants. I think the front four for the Bucks defense is going to give that offensive line some problems, which is going to rush Jordan Love's decision making, and that's going to ultimately be like the biggest factor of this game.
Yeah, and Jordan Love doesn't have Christian Watson.
Nope.
He's got, and now that kind of shifts my thinking a little bit more because AJ Dillon is also hurt. Let's see, man, you talking me into it, but like I like that boy Jordan Love, man. He really looked like light-skinned Aaron Rodgers.
That's what they want him to be.
He got the little flicker, bro. He do the sidearm the same. You
He
can
been,
tell you've
he,
been watching Aaron Rodgers for the last 4 years.
Aaron Rodgers left him his ebook before he left.
For real though, for real. Nah.
I think I'm gonna lean towards the Bucks, but I think it's gonna be
Okay.
like a one possession game.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna stick with the Packers, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks did it.
Then you got the Giants versus the Saints.
Saints.
What is that? The Saints at home -5.5 on the spread.
I'm taking the Saints.
Yeah, I like the Saints too. I think it's gonna be a close game though. I think the way the Giants have been playing with Tommy DeVito, I think it's gonna be a close game. But I think overall the Saints are just gonna have the edge. I think it'll be a 4-point win.
Okay.
Something like 24-20, something like that.
Yeah.
Then you got the Falcons versus the Panthers. You know, I already know who I'm going with. Falcons. Even with the Panthers at home. Then you have the Chiefs coming off a 2-game losing streak, going against the Patriots in New England. I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna have one of those games.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to bounce back. And there's a lot of noise in that New England organization right now with the whole is Bill Belichick gonna be fired?
Yeah.
I'm taking Mahomes and Reed.
Yeah, I'm taking them too. Then you have the 49ers versus the Cardinals. 49ers are a -12 spread favorite.
Yeah, we don't have
Then we got the Rams versus the Commanders. I think this is actually going to be a really good game. Even though the Rams are at home, Sam Howell,
come on, bro.
He's going to throw the ball a lot.
He's the reason that Terry McLaurin will not get as much money as he should next year.
I think Terry needs to leave.
I agree. But why? You talk about the first thing you brought up with the Commanders is Sam Howell throwing the ball.
But the thing, he throws the ball, but the thing is, he doesn't throw it to his best weapon as often as he should. He throws it to Jahan Dotson and Curtis Samuel and
De'Ami Brown, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people
knowledge with De'Ami Brown, so he throws De'Ami Brown the ball.
Yeah, so
I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams. Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp are starting to figure it out. Puka is that boy. I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, Puka is definitely that boy. Then you have the Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills. Bills are at home favorites. By who am I picking?
Yeah.
I think this is a make or break game for the Buffalo Bills. I think that for, not to sound crazy, but for Josh Allen's legacy, he needs to, win against a team like the Cowboys to keep Bills playoff hopes alive. So, with that being said, I'm going to ride with the Buffalo Bills. I think that the elements of having that home field advantage is definitely going to be a vital piece to that game. And it's just all about the type of Josh Allen that you get. I think that we'll get a good Josh Allen. Obviously, he's probably going to have like a 4-touchdown, 2 interception type of game. But I think the 4 touchdowns is going to be enough to come out with the win.
Yeah, Josh, I think, like you said, this is a must-win for the Bills, playoff contention-wise. But then also, like, if they want to keep Stephon Diggs, bro, they need to win. Because I think he already want to be out regardless. But
he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out right now.
Yeah, so, like, I think that they need to get him active, which, I mean, Stephon Gilmore is playing good defense this year. But I like the Bills as well. I think the Cowboys, they feel real good, but this Bills team is hungry. I don't think the Cowboys are as hungry as the Bills are right now.
Yeah. I'm going to rock with the Bills on this one. I do think I think the spread is about accurate. I think the spread is about accurate. I think what was it? 2.5. Yeah, I think this come down to like a field goal for sure. Yeah. But I'm leaning towards the Buffalo Bills. Then we have a Sunday night football game. The Dirty Birds, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Jaguars.
Game of the week. Oh wait, no. Yeah. I'm tripping. Next week the Ravens get the 49ers. That was a little misinformation earlier. I was looking ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Ravens versus the Jaguars. Jaguars at home, but they are a plus 3.5 underdog. I'm rocking with the Ravens, bro. That defense is just insane.
Yeah, and
Even with them missing Kyle Hamilton right now, he
Yeah.
might end up playing Sunday. That defense is just insane.
The Jaguars are just so weird to me because like why doesn't same kind of concept with Sam Howell? Why isn't Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball to Calvin Ridley more? Like
He was doing it week 1. I don't know what happened
he
after that.
stopped. I don't know what it was, but like Zay Flowers is getting more targets. It seems like. So
Zay Jones. Zay Flowers is on.
Yeah, right. Wrong Zay. Zay Jones.
Yeah.
I personally think it'll be a good game. I think personally it's going to be another one of those last possessions. If the Jaguars can keep up, and I mean, and their defense isn't terrible, but like if they can keep up, I could see it being a good game, but I'm gonna take the Ravens.
Yeah.
Say all
this. All that to say the Ravens. No, facts. Yeah. I think yeah. I'm gonna say a touchdown win for the Ravens.
Okay.
I think Lamar has a total of 300 plus yards. So through the air rushing, I think he'll have about 300, a little bit over 300 yards.
Okay.
I think that this is one of those games where the Ravens love to be relying on running the ball because it's so effective and not a lot of people can stop it. I think this is going to be one of those games where they lean on Lamar's arm. And when he needs to scramble out and do run option plays, he's gonna do that. But especially I think
with Odell looking good, Zay Flowers, hooping. I mean, not consistently, but like he has his games. I wish
Isaiah Likely has stepped up since Mark Andrews has been out.
Like that. I wish Rashad Bateman would step up. I feel like he
was supposed to be wide receiver number 1. We had this conversation before the season started.
And lost the chemistry. Let Lamar get too much chemistry with Zay. So I'm taking the Ravens though. I'm taking the Ravens. They're second best team in the league after the 49ers.
Yeah. And then last but obviously not least, we got your boys, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Seahawks. I already know who you're riding with, so.
Well, actually, I'm going with the Eagles.
I was about to say I don't even know why we about to do this.
Geno Smith, it'll be his first game back if he plays. So I'm expecting a little bit of.
Who was that QB? Drew Lock.
Yeah, Drew Lock played last week. If we get to see Drew Lock, barbecue chicken. But I take the Eagles by a touchdown, maybe a field goal, bro. I'm not expecting no blowout. I'll say that it's gonna be a game. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. I think that Jalen Hurts has a bounce back game because that game against Dallas just wasn't his best. So I'm gonna keep it cute for you guys. It wasn't his best, but Jalen Hurts to me is still in the running for MVP, and I feel like this game he's gonna bounce back and show why he was in that race and why he should still.
I hope so, bro. But like honestly, I think they're getting a little disrespectful with the MVP conversation because like Brock Purdy is just got weapons all around him. Like if McCaffrey is the MVP over Brock Purdy or Debo, but the way that Jalen
the real MVP is Tyreek Hill. We gonna
right. He about to hit 2 bands. I don't think Jalen's an MVP candidate. I think that if he would have had better showings in the 49ers game, and we know he got hurt, and even with the Cowboys game, if we'd have had better showings, less turnover, at least competitive. But I don't think so. We'll see.
I still think he'll have a good game, though.
I hope so, bro. I hope so, man, because you got to take care of the football, man. Now you got me stressed out. Gotta take care of the football, man.
Hey, I don't know where that video came from that I sent in the chat. Him falling down.
No, so I saw the longer clip of that video. It's them working on ball protection drills.
So was it just him doing that?
No. In the longer video, it's the full team. but like they're laying and they dropping to make sure the ball don't fall out while you go into the ground.
So that video was clickbait, basically.
Yeah, right. That's what it was. But it was a Cowboys fan that posted it. That's what I'm like. This is not even a journalist, bro. It's just a nigga named Ernie, bro.
Ernie is a crazy name.
Oh my god.
So, outside of Ernie Johnson, because that's my boy.
Yeah. Facts. Shout out to Ernie. But yeah, no, I think we'll win. It's hopefully we look a little bit better and we start getting some momentum back.
Yeah, I hope y'all win too. I've said this before. I got the Eagles and the 49ers, the Eagles and the Ravens in the Super Bowl this year. I'm still holding true to that. I think I don't want to get monetized, but I think that's going to be the most niggerish Super Bowl I ever seen. Baltimore and Philadelphia?
Facts.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, prayers up, bro. Prayers up.
Yeah. I think your team and my team are going to get wins this week.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes.
You shouldn't want to win, but let's see how it goes.
Hey, man. I stay true to my team.
I respect it, dog. I respect it.
Before we get up out of here, man, any last words? Anything you want to share with us?
Yeah, so I want to talk about my hat. So Turner House Brewery. We're a new brewery in the Chicagoland area. So we're the only Black-owned brewery with a tap room in Chicago. We're one of very few breweries south of Roosevelt. So we're at 47th in Michigan. I love 47th Street because especially right there in Michigan, you get off the Dan Ryan, and you know what I mean, come east, you could get off Lakeshore Drive, come west. You know what I mean, the green line's right there. We got bus stops right in front of our spot. So for the Chicago folks that are familiar, Sip and Savor coffee shop right there, we're operating inside of Sip and Savor. So in the morning is coffee. Then it's our operating hours. Thursday, Friday, we start at 4:00 going to 9. Saturday, we're there 1 to 7. Sunday, we're there 1 to 5. And yeah, we're pouring beer. We make beer. We name every beer that we make after a matriarch in our family. So we try to think about them when we're thinking about the recipes and all that kind of stuff, just about their personalities. And yeah, bro, just connecting with the story. We've been open now for the last 3 weeks, going on 3 weeks, and it's still just shocking to me that like people want to come in. You know what I mean? After they get off work and have a beer with us, bro, for real. Like just a lot of word of mouth. We've gotten some nice articles written about us. So if you're in Chicago, you like beer, follow us on social media, Turner House Brewery, spelled Haus. I'm trying to think. I'll pull up a logo or something like that. But Turner House Brewery, Haus. Our website is turnerhousebrew.com. You can get on our social our subscriber list. Yeah, appreciate you. That's our IG. Yeah, get on our subscriber list so you know what's coming up. We've got a big Christmas party coming up next week that we're excited about. Gonna do some like pajama contests for couples and ugly sweater contests. So we've been blessed, bro. We've been blessed. So if you all love beer, we have more than just beer. So yeah, I mean, if you want a cocktail, if you want a glass of wine, we got that too. John knows that I make wine, so soon, wink, wink.
And it's good.
Yeah,
I'm a wine connoisseur. They got some good wine.
Bobby's probably not in here anymore, but I got to get a few bottles over to him. I know they're getting ready to open their wine bar. It's a blessing to be in the business. Blessing to have people connect with the product. So yeah, if you're in Chicago, come by, have a beer with us on Sundays. We've got all the games, red zone package, and then if you like a random team, we could put them on for you. So yeah, come have a beer with us. I appreciate you.
Go tap in at the tap room at the Turner House Brewery.
Tap room. Follow us. He just added the IG. Like I said, check out our website, subscribe, and yeah, we look forward to serving you.
Appreciate you, bro. Again, thank you for tuning in and being a part of this episode. Like I said, long time coming. Root to the brush. Shout out Pi Beta, man. Long live Pi Beta.
Greater.
Yes, and it's not an episode ending if I don't say this, but thanks for tuning in to the Fourth Quarter Podcast and bear down.
Fly goose fly. Rue, dog.
Rue.
All right, peace.